For centuries, humanity has gazed at the stars, filled with wonder and curiosity. We have wondered if we are alone in this vast universe, pondering the mysteries of the cosmos. Could there be other worlds out there, planets like our own Earth, teeming with life and possibilities? Now, we are on the cusp of answering that age-old question thanks to advancements in technology and science. We are searching for planets beyond our solar system, known as exoplanets, with the hope of finding new homes. These are not just any planets, but super-habitable ones, potentially even more suitable for life than Earth. Imagine worlds with landscapes more vibrant and diverse than we can currently fathom. This is the story of that search, a quest driven by our innate desire to explore and understand, a journey to discover new worlds far beyond the reaches of our current knowledge. Planets with landscapes more stunning and exotic than we can imagine, waiting to be explored. We will explore these alien environments, uncovering their secrets and potential for life. We will learn about the possibilities they hold, from new ecosystems to potential resources. Our journey takes us far from home, into the depths of space where new adventures await. We travel to distant stars, light years away, in search of these new worlds. Around these stars orbit planets of incredible diversity, each with its own unique characteristics. Some are giants, much larger than Jupiter, with swirling atmospheres and massive rings. Others are small and rocky, like our own Earth, potentially harboring life. And among these worlds, we believe, are planets that could support life, with water and vegetation. Planets that could be even more hospitable than our own, offering new opportunities for humanity's future. Our Earth is a beautiful and diverse planet, but it is not perfect. Our climate is changing. Natural disasters threaten us. The search for super-habitable planets is a search for stability. We are looking for worlds with fewer earthquakes and volcanoes, worlds where the climate is temperate and predictable, worlds where life can flourish without constant threat. One key factor is plate tectonics. On Earth, the movement of tectonic plates causes earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. A super-habitable planet might have less active tectonics. This would mean a more stable surface, with less risk of natural disasters. Another important factor is the planet's axis. The Earth's axis is tilted at an angle. This tilt gives us our seasons, but also contributes to climate variability. A planet with a less tilted axis would have more stable and predictable weather patterns. Imagine a planet covered in oceans, a world where water is the dominant feature, stretching as far as the eye can see, shimmering under the light of its star. The water is crystal clear, teeming with life. Schools of fish dart through the currents, while vibrant coral reefs provide shelter for countless species. The landmasses are scattered archipelagos, covered in lush vegetation. These islands are oases of green, thriving with unique flora and fauna. This is the promise of a super-habitable planet with abundant water, a place where life could flourish in ways we can only dream of. Water is essential for life as we know it. It is the lifeblood of ecosystems, supporting everything from the smallest microorganisms to the largest mammals. A planet with more water than Earth could support an even greater diversity of life. Imagine the possibilities of new species, new ecosystems, and new ways of life. These planets would orbit their stars within the habitable zone. This is the sweet spot where conditions are just right for life to thrive. This is the region around a star where temperatures are just right for liquid water to exist on the surface. Not too hot, not too cold. Too close to the star and the water would boil away. The planet would become a scorched, barren wasteland. Too far and it would freeze solid, a frozen desert incapable of supporting life as we know it. But the habitable zone is not enough. There are other factors that play a crucial role in making a planet truly habitable. The planet also needs to have the right atmospheric conditions to maintain liquid water on its surface. A delicate balance of gases is required. A thick atmosphere can trap heat, creating a runaway greenhouse effect like on Venus. This would make the planet unbearably hot. A thin atmosphere, on the other hand, would allow too much heat to escape, leaving the planet a frozen wasteland like Mars. The balance must be just right for life to thrive. The type of star a planet orbits also plays a crucial role in its habitability. The characteristics of the star, such as its size, temperature, and lifespan, can significantly influence the conditions on the planet's surface. Our Sun is a yellow dwarf star. It is relatively stable and provides a consistent amount of energy, which is essential for sustaining life. It provides a steady source of energy for life on Earth. The sunlight that reaches our planet drives photosynthesis, which is the foundation of our food chain. But our Sun will not last forever. Like all stars, it has a life cycle, and it is currently in its middle age. In a few billion years, it will expand into a red giant, engulfing the inner planets, including Earth. This transformation will mark the end of our solar system as we know it. Super-habitable planets might orbit stars that are smaller and cooler than our Sun. These stars, often referred to as red dwarfs, have different characteristics that could make them suitable for hosting life. Red dwarf stars are the most common type of star in the Milky Way. They are smaller and cooler than our Sun, but they are incredibly abundant. They have much longer lifespans than yellow dwarfs. This extended lifespan means that planets orbiting red dwarfs have more time to develop and sustain life. This means that life on a planet orbiting a red dwarf star would have more time to evolve and thrive. The extended period of stability could allow complex ecosystems to develop. However, red dwarf stars also pose challenges for life. Their lower luminosity means that planets must orbit very close to remain in the habitable zone. They are much dimmer than our Sun, meaning that the habitable zone is much closer to the star. This proximity can lead to other complications. Planets in this zone would be tidally locked, with one side always facing the star and the other side always facing away. This results in one hemisphere being perpetually scorched while the other remains in freezing darkness. This could lead to extreme temperature differences between the two sides of the planet. Such conditions would create a challenging environment for life to adapt and survive. Section 5. Life finds a way. Despite these challenges, life is incredibly adaptable. It has evolved to survive in the most extreme environments on Earth, from the depths of the oceans to the tops of mountains. It is possible that life on a tidally locked planet could adapt to these conditions as well. Imagine a planet with a scorching hot day side and a freezing cold night side. Life could exist in the twilight zone between these extremes, where temperatures are more moderate. Plants might evolve with dark pigments to absorb as much light as possible. Animals could be nocturnal, venturing out only at night to avoid the heat. The possibilities are endless. The search for super-habitable planets is not just a search for a second Earth, it is a search for life as we don't know it. Life that has adapted to conditions we can only imagine. Section 6. A symphony of colors. On a planet with a thicker atmosphere, the colors would be more vibrant, the skies would be filled with rainbows even on a clear day, the sunsets would be spectacular with hues we can only dream of. Imagine a world where the plants have evolved to take advantage of this extra light. They might be a riot of color, with leaves of every shade imaginable. The creatures on this planet would be just as colorful. They might use their bright colors for camouflage, communication, or even to attract mates. Imagine a bird of paradise with feathers that shimmer and shift in the light, or a fish that glows with bioluminescence, lighting up the deep ocean. Section 7. Breathing easy. The search for super-habitable planets is also a search for breathable atmospheres. On Earth, we are fortunate to have an atmosphere that is rich in oxygen, but this was not always the case. The early Earth's atmosphere was very different from today's. It was only through the evolution of photosynthetic life that oxygen levels began to rise, paving the way for the evolution of animals. On a super-habitable planet, the atmosphere might be even more conducive to life than our own. It might have higher levels of oxygen, or even other gases that are beneficial to life. This could allow for larger and more complex life forms to evolve. Imagine a world where the air is so clean and pure that you can see for miles. The sky is a deep, rich blue, and the stars are so bright they cast shadows. This is the promise of a planet with a truly breathable atmosphere. Section 8. Cities of tomorrow. Could these super-habitable planets one day be home to humans? It is a possibility that we cannot rule out. As we continue to explore the galaxy, we may find worlds that are so perfect for life that we will be tempted to make them our own. Imagine cities of the future built in harmony with nature, buildings covered in vertical gardens providing food and clean air, transportation systems that are efficient and sustainable. a society that values knowledge and exploration above all else. Of course, any talk of colonizing other planets raises ethical questions. Do we have the right to claim another world as our own? What impact would our presence have on the native life forms? These are questions that we will need to answer carefully before we take the leap to becoming an interstellar species. Section 9. A universe of hope. The search for super-habitable planets is a journey of discovery. It is a chance to learn more about our place in the universe, and it is a source of hope. As we face the challenges of climate change and resource depletion here on Earth, it is comforting to know that there may be other worlds out there that are even more hospitable to life. The universe is vast and full of mysteries, but one thing is certain: the search for life beyond Earth is a journey worth taking. For in searching for other worlds, we may just find a better future for our own.